It's the Auburn Tigers and the Tennessee Volunteers. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline where she is keeping a close eye on some injury news that's unfolding.
Guys, I caught up with Tennessee's head coach before the game. They have a lot of confidence in their backup this week. He was able to come in for their injured starter last week and have a very productive game. They like how he read the defense, how he got guys in and out of plays, so they are expecting to be able to really count on him here today in this big game. I'll keep you posted on how comfortable he looks starting out the first quarter. Back to you.
Holly, we'll see how they react. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Dodson. Rolling the dice and bringing it out of the end zone did not pay off. He's out of bounds at the 19. They'll run it. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And we kind of wondered coming into this game, did they want to run it up the middle? Do they want to run it near that big fella at defensive tackle? Because he's a grown man, makes plays all over the field. They try him early. I wonder if they'll keep trying it, because we haven't seen a lot of people week in and week out that has been able to block that big fella.
Right back to the well. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
Back to throw. It's Randall. Fires to the right. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover.
And that right there is a huge reason why this team has a winning record coming into this game. Their defense takes the ball away. And here on the opening drive, you see the athleticism in the back end of the defense, picking it off and putting it in great field position for their own.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10. Times a game, make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
On play action. Buying time to his right. On the move, he fires. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. A shot toward the end zone. To the end zone, and it's picked off. The play in the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20 on a touchback. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They turned it over with an interception on their first drive of the game. We're still looking for our initial points of the game. Got him on the RPO. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. They'll need a bunch on second down. Throws it off the RPO. He'll get a fresh set it down, stopped at the 31-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Sends it back in motion. Back to throw. It's Randall. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
2nd and long here. Keep it on the ground. He showed off the stiff arm, but apparently he needed a couple more. A lot of defenders around to stop him.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
It's 3rd and 5. They'll send the back in motion. Hand off from the shotgun. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
Fields the punt. He's got great speed. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game. The give to the lone running back. They were all over it.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to throw, and they've got to go a long way. The screen, he's got wheels. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
How how good has this defense been coming in? They've had a plan for this receiver. He's one of the fastest guys in all of college football, but he has just not been able to get loose or make anything big happen down the field. That time on a drag route, they're hoping he can just catch it and maybe use his speed to get to the outside, but a phenomenal job tackling by this defense, limiting the damage and now setting up fourth down.
Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. Drag to the ground, but not before. He's converted the fourth down to keep the drive going.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
From the gun, the ground game. They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a first down just outside the red zone. The Tigers are flying down the field. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Complete.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And the Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Motion from the back. Wants to go up top on second down. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking for a man. It's Randall. Moves to his right. Lets it fly. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Great spot to attack there. Right off the turnover. Try to strike and keep them reeling.
Absolutely. Coaching 101. Sudden change. When you create a turnover and you get the ball back on offense, attack, attack, attack. Use the momentum. Try to make a big play.
We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Scoreless as we head into the second quarter. First play of the period will be a second down. Just feeds the running back. Got the first down. Maybe a crease. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. They'll run it. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's Randall. Swings it out to his running back. Picked up about 6. They're looking at 3rd and 4. You can hand it to him. You can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
Coming to the line, looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. Trying to establish the run. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
He's changing the play. Snapped on 4th down. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass, and you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play, and now their offense is coming on the field.
The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first.
He lets one fly deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. From the gun. Across the 30, out to the 33, and gains 4 on the play.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Looking to throw on 3rd. Fires to the big fella. Turning it on. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the game.
Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And that's not a surprise. When a QB lines up and sees man-to-man coverage on his guy that runs so fast on the GPS that it's speeding in a school zone, like this dude can absolutely roll. He sees man coverage, tries to take advantage of it. They don't execute on that play. But if you want to play that defense, I think you'll get that pattern a lot from that.
They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. There's a rich tradition of running the football at Auburn from James Brooks, Joe Cribbs, Bo Jackson, Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown. They snags it, and there's running room. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Rid of it on the RPO. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. The Tigers will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Looking for the end zone. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Auburn. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They march 72 yards, and they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Fielded in the end zone. It's Dotson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Moving the pocket, it's Randall. Finds the tight end. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner. Just exhausting.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Almost picked off.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. Threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
3rd and long right here. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And the Vols will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Handoff to the single back. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Finds his man. It's Kane. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Looking for running room. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
And that's a nice 3rd down conversion for this offense. And I'll tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together.
Makes a grab and room to run. Touchdown, Auburn! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. Coming out with it, it's Dodson. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. Nice pickup on the return there. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Changing the routes with his receivers. Gets the back moving. Looking for a man. It's Randall. And the rush will get to him at the 25. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to pass on second down. They're working that left side. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's start with Texas, taking on the number 4 team, the Oklahoma Sooners. And it's the Longhorns, setting score records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. 2 teams who were very familiar with the end zone today. The victory gets this team to 4-2. It has not been a perfect start, but they are right in position entering the second half. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move them back. Defense in press coverage. Keeps it on the ground. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Long way to go on second down. The throw on second down, and they need a lot. Caught over the middle. It's Pope. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
He wants to go deep. Snags it down the right side. Hits the crease. Touchdown, Tigers. He got a step and just dusted the field. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his second touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
So here is the Tennessee offense. This could end up being the biggest drive of the game. Down 21-0, you have to keep it from getting out of hand. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. Looking to pass. It's Randall. Here comes the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The Vols will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. And it'll come to rest just inside the 50-yard line. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. On the move. Finds a crease at the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tigers.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And they tacked on the extra point. From deep, it's Dodson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. They're going to run it. Picked up maybe 3 on the play. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. 3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Making the adjustment. Dropping back, it's Randall. Left side, it's Jackson. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. After an abysmal first half, goose egg on the scoreboard, the offense trying to find itself. It's first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. And the Volunteers are in the hurry-up.
And the offense, after giving up that sack, they're not going to take time to think about what happened. They're going right back to the line of scrimmage to try to run another play.
Second down, going to throw it. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Routes like that are great times to be quarterbacks. I got great, fast, speedy guys on the outside. Quick drag route, get the ball in his hands, let him do the rest.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. On the move. He's not quite going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs as the defense stops him a few yards short.
Man, listen, we know this QB wants to take off. 4th down, go time, got to make a play. Defense locked in, dialed in, got to him, got him on the ground, didn't let him get to the sticks.
They'll try it over the left side. Breaks into the open. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. That's 3 touchdowns in this game, and he's up to 11 on the season. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. An impressive run from the back gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Sends it back in motion. To the air, it's Randall. He'll pull it down. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Grabs it in the middle. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
They'll send the back in motion. Working the ground game. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. The Volunteers want to crank the tempo.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Sells the fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the grab on the left. Putting together a real scoring thread here as they pick up the first down at the 36. And the Vols go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Drops back on first down. He's got an open man. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Making the adjustment on the play. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. We'll looking to throw. It's Randall. Rush right in his face. Looking for the score. And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
And this offense now, it's decision time. Man, they've put a nice drive together. You want to walk away with points, but how aggressive do you want to be? Do you want to take this field goal, or do you want to try to get a touchdown?
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Snapped it, and he has to have it. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. The lone back's got it. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. This time they'll throw it. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Backed up 3rd and 10 from inside their own 5. Like a doctor, first do no harm. Send the tight end in motion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a 1st and goal. Run it with the fullback. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. He's going for the goal line. And he charges across the line. Touchdown ball! Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
They get the extra point on the board, but they're still down 35-7. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Hits inside. It's Butler. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Second down, going to throw it. Back's got it on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
Out wide left, it's Pope. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Well, they weren't throwing to the sticks on that third down. They hit the drag route. They get a nice gain, but that now sets up fourth down with more yards to go, and it's decision time.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Before they snap it on fourth down, we have a timeout call. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Fires to the wideout. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. There he goes. Touchdown, Tennessee. The defense putting points on the board.
Love to see the defense still fighting hard this late in the game. Great job jumping the route, catching it, takes it back for a touchdown. Not too much time to celebrate, though. They're still trailing in this game. Still got some work to do, but no doubt that play is going to give this defense a little bit more confidence.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
They give it back to him. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Turns it upfield. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Timeout is called. It's the second charge to Tennessee. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Right side, it's Eccles. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
3rd and long coming up. Motion from the wideout. They're testing the right side here. Shakes off the defender. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Gotta look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
To the air. It's Randall. Look out! It's complete on the right side. Oh, he's got some space. He makes a little bit of headway and is pushed out of bounds at the 43.
And this is why, as a defense, man, you don't want to let the quarterback outside the pocket. Once he gets outside the pocket, now everybody else has to adjust, and some people have to leave coverage, and he goes and he starts going towards his right. Nice job by the receiver finding some space towards the sidelines. They get the completion and make the play.
The Vols want to move quickly.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk gain. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays too.
And the Volunteers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll move the wide receiver. 2nd down to the air. Got his man on the right. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Churns into the pile. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. They want to get this defense on its heels.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. All kinds of room to the right. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Tigers. And they turn it into a defensive score. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
Well, this guy's going to need an ice bat based on how he's run the football now these last 2 games, David. Back-to-back top 25 wins, in large part because of the way he's running the football. He has been physical, and it's incredible to watch him against really good defenses wear them down. It just seems to get better as the game goes on. This guy has just been a monster in recent games.
Hey, he's been an absolute monster. And I think when you're watching this team and you watch him in the last 2 weeks against quality opponents, and to be this...
Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He just took it the entire length of the field, end-to-end, coast-to-coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, take... No, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking that in the end zone, making a huge play.
At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
And listen, you start to get desperate, right? Late in the game, it's in the 4th quarter. You know, I got to steal a possession somehow, some way, and you got to pull the trigger and kick an onside, something you feel good with. They tried. Unfortunately, they failed, and this game's going to get difficult now, even more down the stretch.
Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Moves the pocket. It's Randall. He's got it. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Quarterback changing the play. Wants to throw on first. Throws to the wideout. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. A strike downfield. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes along.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really